So I went ahead and took all these little pieces and cut them into more manageable size. The Purple Heart, I had longer pieces, and then the maple I didn't. So I just cut the Purple Heart down to where the maple lengths were, and now it's going to be time for glue up. I'll probably glue everything all together, but kind of leave them in sections, just so I don't accidentally glue two sections together. But what you want is the big Purple Heart, little maple, little Purple Heart, and then bigger maple, and then glue all that up, and then we'll work on it some more. Alright, so there we go. We got it all glued up. In between the big, or the thicker maple and the thicker Purple Heart, nothing is glued up. So I almost did this last section backwards. I almost accidentally put the Purple Heart next to the Purple Heart. That would have been a bad thing, but now we just got to wait for all the glue to dry, and then we'll send this through the planer again and get it down to as close to 1 3/4 inches as we can. Maybe a little bit thinner, but it won't be so bad. So here we go. Now we're just got to wait for the glue to dry. Alright guys, so we got all the zigzag pieces over here, and they're kind of just shoved in the corner. And as you can see, I made up this little board right here. It is 25 inches by 28.5 inches. So I can do other boards in here, so you can see kind of how tiny this is. It is almost 14. It is like 11.5 by, let's see, by 10. So it's a nice little size to keep on a cupboard, but you can really see the pattern of the zigzag going through the board this way. So now the only thing left to do, I gotta clean up all these little edges real quick, and then we'll start with the glue up. Once I get all this put on, I'm gonna put some wax paper down here so I don't ruin this big sheet of board, so I can keep using it. And then we'll cut out two other little like braces. I'll put them here and here, and then we'll get some kind of clamp and actually put it on top and squish it down, make sure that everything is flat. So now is the critical time of just getting everything glued up. So this is the glue up that I got going on. I got it wedged up in the corner. This corner started picking up a little bit, and but it's clamped everything down really nice. And I went ahead and tapped with a block on this corner and all the other blocks. You can kind of see some of those little splotches right there, and tap those down, making sure that everything was nice and flat on the board. So I'm just kind of hoping that it all glues up correctly, and I don't have any weird gaps or anything. This is the first time that I'm doing a glue up like this, and I'm also hoping that I didn't put any of the blocks backwards, because I had to work quite quickly to glue up each individual piece. So hopefully everything is lined up correctly and it mostly turns out flat, and then I can get a router and flatten it that way. But now we'll just have to wait like 24 hours or so before pulling it out of the clamps. But so now that this is all completely glued up and everything, all the joints look really good, I got to get it flattened, and I don't have a good way to flatten it. I do have a router, and I could make one of those little router sleds, except I don't have a very big bit. I think my biggest bit is like a 1/4 inch straight spiral, and that would take me a long time. So what I'm going to attempt to do is just use some sandpaper. It doesn't have any major rock. It has a little bit of a rock right on this corner. So I gotta sand down these two edges, but I went through with a hand plane first and tried to flatten it out as best as possible. And it worked pretty good. So we're gonna put some sandpaper on there, and hopefully this won't take too long. So I wanna put a little chamfer on the edges. I don't wanna put it through the router table though, because I don't exactly know how it will react with the end grain. So I'm just using a hand plane and coming almost all the way to the end. And then I'll be coming back from the other side. All right, so we got everything all sanded down now to 120 grit. Feels really nice. Got some oil already on there. And we're gonna pour the oil on. And just let it take its little form on there. It's nice seeing the colors actually popping out now that we got the oil on there. Man, that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and use the paper towel to go ahead and rub it around a little bit. Alright guys, well there it is. There is the Zig-Zag cutting board all oiled up. Just put a second coat of oil on there, and I'm just going to let it sit there overnight and then come back and buff it out with a little bit of wax. This is going to be going in our kitchen, mainly because there's a couple mistakes that I've learned from doing this that I would like to improve it before ever making another one like this again. Especially with some of the cuts. But regardless, besides the cuts, I think it still looks amazing, and this was my first really decorative looking cutting board that I made, and I am very happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed following along and getting to see how to make this, or how I made it. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you guys give it that like. And if you are new, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. This was a really fun project. And like I said, I really am happy with how it turned out. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.